What's up? This your dog DP Kingpin Chronicles, man. This is another episode, man, of that real talk with DP, man. And what we gonna do, man? I got a question, man, and I just was sitting thinking about this, and I want y'all to give me your feedback, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Turn on your notifications, man, so you don't miss none of these episodes, man, especially this real talk. This way we give back the game for the next generation, man, so that they can learn from the mistakes we made out here, man. We did a lot. We had a lot of fun, as we look back on it, and we tell our stories, you know what I'm saying? It might be mistaken that we trying to glorify what we had going on because it looked good, it looked good, that's how we did our thing. But what I want to ask is, and I'm gonna give my opinion, does incarceration rehabilitate? Does going to prison, federal or state, does it rehabilitate people? And it's something we should be talking about because, you know, we know it's punishments for crimes and for doing what's wrong. Y'all don't mind me if I look down from out there. I'm checking these trades, man. I'm an avid trader, man. And this is how I kick my game, man. I come out here on my little patio, man. And I get my lungs right, you know what I'm saying? Take my medication every morning, 3 to 4 times a day, prescribed. But do prison rehabilitate us, man? I don't think prison rehabilitate people, and I don't think there's no evidence of it when you got such a high recidivism rate, right? And recidivism is when you get out of prison and you go back, meaning people that commit crime generally will continue to commit crime and go to jail for these crimes, right? So it's like a 80% rate, man, that like within 6 months in Florida, in the state prison. I never did no fed bids. I did state bids, county time. I never went to the feds, and I ain't even got knock on wood because there ain't no reason for them to come fucking with me now. But yeah, I never caught no fed case. I never been indicted. I was a bad man out there, and I did my thing, but I never got indicted. But in Florida, it's like a 80% recidivism rate, and the stats say, at least when I went to prison, this is what they was kicking us, that within 6 months after release, like 80% get rearrested for committing a new crime. So that alone, the numbers don't lie, man. And the numbers just tell you that, man, prison don't work. That it's a bigger problem at hand, and we dealing with societal issues because one thing I noticed when I went to prison was this, right? And I was in awe of this. While I was in prison, I saw dudes like having fun. It was some dude, and I really didn't like them because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, how these niggas, how can you be in this position and be having fun? And like every day you always playing around, and I did what, it's a difference between inmates and convicts. Anybody tell you this, right? An inmate is them people that's having fun in jail and they gonna keep coming back. A convict is somebody that might be done been there a couple times or whatever, but they know how to do time. They know how to do time, meaning they know how to move in the world without drawing attention to themselves. Because like when I was in prison, I smoked weed. Every time I ever been in jail, I found a way to get me some weed in there. And one thing I found speaking with that was, and that's why a lot of people be hard on Rick Ross because he was a CO. But man, some of the coolest people I dealt with while I was in prison was COs. You know, that's how I kept the psych. That's how I kept whatever I needed from on the outside, and you could jigulate, man. I'm gonna just put it like that, man. If you got game, you could jigulate. Things there. Though we see them blue, that means we right. We in the money, so y'all don't mind me once again. But yeah, the inmates and the convicts, right? These dudes would just play around, and they would always be the ones, if they had anything else going on, they get knocked off. Call the police and say, all right, everything go all right to these fools. We know these boys living. You know what I'm saying? But when they bring that heat, you know, that just did that. But yeah, and then like one thing I noticed was I picked up the hobby of reading while I was in prison. And one thing I noticed was all of the reading material that you get access to was just like these, the cartel, Dutch, true to the game, all that type of stuff, man. These ghetto fabulous stories to keep in your head, right? They planting seeds in your subconscious, right? It's meant for you to come there. They're gonna put you around a bunch of other criminals, right? So you're gonna learn everything they did, right? And now they're gonna feed you this reading material where it's further embedding this stuff in your mind. So once I peeped that game, I stopped back away from reading them books, and I started having my people send me books. And I just changed what I was putting into my mind. I ain't deal with them dudes. I stayed, to a couple people I dealt with. And, I smoked my, did my thing, Olo, or with my partner, I ain't never sell nothing and none of that. I just, I was a convict. I did my time like a convict did their time, Um, but, when you just chilling, you're going to stay out the way of everything. But what I seen was, for the most part, people didn't mind being there. Most people didn't mind being there. A lot of people don't get the physicals like that. A lot of people don't get the mail. They ain't got no support from their family. Most of the time when people go to prison, man, your family just, they don't understand it, especially if they ain't never been there. And you're going to be on your own. I kind of ain't go through that because, I brought my own with me when I went. I was straight, I always prepared for them type of, I knew that would come one day, so I was prepared for that. And I wasn't going to have myself in no situation where I depended on nobody else. But prison don't change people, man. And I don't care where you go, you're gonna become a better hustler. You're gonna find a new illegal way to get money. You're gonna learn. You're gonna get slicker. You just gonna evolve as a criminal. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's just in you, and you do the things, and you got the will, and you put forth the effort and take steps to, make yourself into a better person. And what I mean is, like I said, I started to read. I had this dude, man, we used to call him Angry Man, because he was about 110, 115 pounds, soaking ass wet, right? But he always walked around with a mug, and he had a little 1-2 bop how he walked, and anybody could have whooped Angry Man, but Angry Man just to let a nigga know, man, you gonna have to do what you gotta do. And you definitely gonna know you in a fight with Angry Man. But I asked Angry Man for a book, and Angry Man gave me some of the Pan-African type of reading material, and I started reading that, man. And once I started reading that, I had already had books being sent to me by, I had a machine shop, and like a race car business shop that I had left on the streets that I had. It was my business, but I was paying people to do the work. But so I jumped up and sucked up some game on how to do a lot of the stuff and understand. Let me close out some of this cheese. Understand some of some of the things that the machines and all of the stuff that I had done invested in. I need, when I come home, I need to learn how to know how to operate my shop, so I wouldn't have to depend on nobody. You know what I'm saying? But and me personally, biggest influence on me being able to change, because when I went to prison, before I went to prison, this last time I did time from 2010 to 2012. Prior to that, I had went in from 2005 to 2005 to 2006. When I got out in 2006, I told myself, man, one last time, man, either I'm finna get a bunch of money or I'm finna go do a bunch of time. But either way, this is my last shot at it, and I'm gonna live with the results. And I went on about a 4-year run, man, from 2006 to 2010, and I wound up going to prison in 2010. But I had done accomplished the mission. You know, I had established myself a business, you know, and some assets and stuff before I went in, and had a little, you know what I'm saying, cubby hole put to the side, man. I went and did my little time, came back home, and actually put forth the effort in what I had invested my time in. I still mingled a little bit and played around, but I learned fast that it was over. You know what I'm saying? So I would say for probably the next 3 years up until about 2013, now about 2015, I caught another case, trafficking in heroin, battery on the Leo, all kind of other just trumped up charges. I wound up taking it to trial and beating the case. But I don't think prison changed people, man, and I don't think it's even designed to change people. But it's not up to them to change us. It's up to us. It's all on us. And it even go back to like people in my position, people in position that's gonna be focused on and featured on this channel, that's able to speak, or that's willing to speak. And I open it, man, with Kingpin Chronicles, man. It's open, man. Get in the DM, man. You want to be featured? You want to come on and give your message to the people, man, for the next generation? Let them know, man. Look, we done did it all, man. We telling you, man, it's a dead end road, man. Ain't no win in it, man. You know, if you've been doing your thing, man, you got a little toehold in your head, man, walk away while you got a chance, man. There's a lot of stuff you could do to keep your head above the water, man, in this world, man, because it's gonna get rough, man. And if it's rough on the streets, it's worse than that. You know, it can't be getting better than that. It's only gonna get worse. So that's what this is, man. DP Kingpin Chronicles, and man, we don't think that prison changed people. We shout out to the OG Bo Diddley, man. I just go to tell you, man, 30 years, man. 30 years and you back indicted. You know what I'm saying? Looking at possibly spending the rest of his life, you know what I'm saying, in the same spot he just worked so hard and got freed from. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, kick his game and go plea out or whatever, and see if Trump fuck with him again or whatever, however that go. I don't know the details of that case, man. My heart go out to the OG, because, man, it's just, you know, it's kind of sad, but at the same time, man, they get out here and it ain't nothing out here for them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these OGs, man, these dudes that went and did a bunch of this time, and then now they coming back on the streets. They think, and it's just going this deep, they think that just their story alone is worth a bunch of money, and that these companies gonna come running to them and the people gonna come running to them to hear their stories. I don't agree. I think that these stories have been told 100,000 times, and everybody got basically the same story. I did wrong, got caught, went to jail, I'm out. The story that's worth something to society is the story about how you move forward since you got that break, since you did your time, stood on all 10, you know. What are you doing now? And I ain't talking about giving back and all that, because I ain't big on that giving back and what, giving back what? What did you get? What did we get? We ain't get nothing. You know, what we did get, you might not like how we got it, but we worked for it. You know, so uh, that's that on that. But is you giving back to society in a positive way, right? And what I mean is, are you being productive? Are you being creative, right? Are you being a positive impact on your culture, your people, your neighborhood, your family, your everything, right? And that's why I don't, everybody could throw on a little bit of jewelry and stunt, throw on some, you know what I'm saying? But I don't even dress like that, you know, and I never did. I stayed under the radar like that. You know, I'm not gonna wear my worth. You know what I'm saying? And I think that people should get out of that, man. And when you're trying to impress some people, you just really be looking like a fool, because at the end of the day, you know, if you can't really live like that, man, and you look like it, man, you're a fool, man, you know. And I'm not finna walk around dressing like Floyd Mayweather and whoever in hip hop and entertainment that got millions and millions, tens of millions of dollars. I'm not finna try to keep up with them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't broke, but I ain't that. So I ain't even finna try to be that. Man, I'm cool with my little Hanes t-shirt. You know, I'm gonna keep it nice fitted. Keep it fitted. You know, every now and then, me and my girl gonna go out. I might, you know, put on ice trays. You know what I'm saying? Let people know how much my time worth. You know, we do that, but it ain't about doing that to portray an image or to try to look like I'm somebody. Yeah, I earned it, and I should have nice stuff, and you should have nice stuff. But let's get it in a positive way. You don't got to go out there and hurt people to get it. You don't got to go out there and poison your community with these narcotics to get it. You know, and at the end of the day, man, that shit over, man. It's over out there, man. Ain't nothing but, you know, poison, man. That fatty wop, man. That shit poison, man. That shit poison, man. It's just, you know, and I don't knock nobody for what they do, but when I saw that come in the game, I said, I'm gonna keep it G with y'all, right? I got prison. I wasn't fucking with no coke no more. I sold all the coke I was gonna sell, right? For about 6 years, shit, I was doing my thing, you know. I was doing my thing, man. Before I went to prison, and some of the people my partners and homeboys, you know, they caught Fed cases because, you know, we had different ways we did things. You know, I was the type that I would get my units, and man, everything going in the water, man. Everything going in the water, man. I ain't got nothing for nobody, man. I got that game from my big brother, man. Big Reefer, man. Shout out to Big Reefer, man. Big Reefer went and did right before I blowed up. Big Reefer, and we was doing our thing, but Big Bro them showed me another way. See, when I was young, this is a whole nother video, man. But I'm gonna get it to y'all. When I was young, I thought it was cool to try to be the weight man. So I had all the connects. We were dealing with Cali way back then, Texas, Arizona. We knew about all that way back before a lot of people knew about going and getting them real good prices on that stuff. But I thought it was the thing to be a weight man. I started hanging out and chilling with one of my big older brothers, and he showed me that, man, you get these things, man, and them boys were getting 5, 10 of them things, man, busting them, put them in the water, man, selling all 20s, man, all 20s, man. You know, so when I learned that game, it was over. So when I went in, God by God, 2006 to 2010, shit, man, I bought 15, 20 of them, and then grind them, all JoJo's, man. I did that shit for 4 years straight. 4 years straight, not to mention shit, the loud, when nobody in Florida, the Georgia, talking about loud for DP came from out west with that thing, man, going up in the northwest, bringing that thing back, man. I still ain't seen that thing like back then, man. Yeah, what nobody talking about no loud, man. I'm telling you, man, I innovated the game with that. And the reason the loud name came to it was because, man, I used to have some purple weed, I used to have a perk, right? And the purple so stank. Little bud, little nub in your pocket, whatever. Man, it's gonna stank the room up, man. That real one-hitter quitter, man. I ain't seen no weed like that since, man. The dispensaries ain't got it that good. Man, them white boys up. Them white boys, boy, listen. Them white boys got it. Y'all just got to find it. I ain't seen nobody with it, man. But I know they're still doing their thing. But, yeah, I lost myself, but I'm just talking, but recidivism, when I got out, I wasn't dealing with no code, right? I had told myself that, but when I got out, I'm gonna run this thing up, either boom, 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 boom. I go to prison, get out. My thing, I ain't selling no coke. So boom, I tried a little thing with the lism, but that thing that got hot, and they already on me. They were trying to, just get to me before I went in. But I just ain't really fight too much when it did. The little bid came on out, and I started playing around with the dog, right? And plug on the dog. I had men with the dog, but I wasn't never really like no full-fledged into the dog, right? I went to the dog, and the dog was just a whole nother world, man. You get that thing, man, and you could turn that thing into 4, 5 of them things, man, and it still be top dog. Oh my God, they showed me that game, man. It was on again, and that ain't last long. 2015, man. I was fighting for my life, man, and luckily I came up out of it. Not luckily, but rightfully, because regardless of what they alleged I was doing wrong, it's a way to do it, man. It's a way to do it. You can't do what you want to do because you're the police, So we came up from up under that, and when I came from up under that, I was like, man, it's over, the game over, and I saw that Fetty coming in, and I seen what that Fetty was doing, and like that's another reason I just got out, because it was to the point where you had to do that, or I said, man, I ain't finna be taking my people out. I fuck with these people. I know these people all my life, man. I was one of the people that had I was closer to the users than the street users. I ain't want nothing to do with the street users. I wanted to know all the users. You feel me? I wanted to know all the users. That was the way I hustled. That was the way I was able to see a lot. You know what I'm saying? And stay out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of the way, man. But that's what changed me. Going to prison, all of the times I had to sit, I might have did time maybe about 6 times, 7 times, counting prison and everything, counting jail, all that. But that never changed me. That never changed me. After that last time, I had been to prison, and I did like 90 days in confinement, and when I got out of confinement, they sent me to a part of prison called the Annex, and this was where everybody had big, long beards. So this was the first time they put me in a dorm where everybody in the dorm had I think the lowest bid in there was 18 years, man. But everybody in the bunks around me, 40, 30, life. He'd been in here since 78. Whoa, man, man, When them dudes that told me, say, Jit, man, when you get back out there, man, listen, man, don't be me. Don't be me. And that's our message. Don't be me. If you're watching this video, man, don't be me. Don't be me, because you probably ain't gonna have a chance to walk away. You probably ain't gonna have a chance to just, to win in trial. You probably ain't gonna have that chance, man. I had to sit back and lose all my partners, everything. All to where that shit, man, my family, my OGs, but man, that chain gang, man, the graveyard, man, it ain't no joke out there, man. So we're gonna get on out of here, man. I ran it off for 30 minutes, man. Let me check on this money before we go. We're in the money, man. The RDP, man. Listen, man. Listen. Clean. That thing blue, it's in the money. And that thing blue, it's in the money. Trade War Chest Challenge. That's a program that I put together, man, where I'm giving to you a skill that will last for the rest of your life. I'm on my patch, man. Let me get y'all look at it, man. I'm out here on my patch. I come out here every morning. I'm recording on one phone. I got this phone, right? I use this phone for a chart and trade on this phone. That's all you need. That's all you need to get this money, man. And you ain't got to have no bunch of money to get started. You can put $100 in your account and get started. Trade $1 at a time. You get on there, make $5 a day. If you got it like that, 1,000, make you $50 a day, $100 a day, and get out of the market. That money add up over time. And then when you get good enough at it and you establish your own strategy based around your time, the type of setup that you can have, all of that stuff matter, right? When you get to where that, you could possibly move to being to where that, when it ain't tax season, anything else, trading is how I take care of myself, my family. This is where my money comes from. I'm telling y'all, this is the way. Trade War Chest Challenge, man. Check it out. It'll be in the description, and man, subscribe. Check us out on Sundays. We're doing free analysis and forecasts in the gold market, man. Come check it out. See if it's something that you could deal with, man. Just come and check it out. See what I'm talking about. Look at the market. See if it's something that you want to take the time to try to invest your time in and your money in, because it's 3 different packages I got. You can buy the ebook series where you can pack it with information, right? It's pretty much my whole strategy. Then I gotta do it yourself, like a masterclass, or online training, right? Where you can go on there and you can work at your own pace and take this training. And then I got the VIP full level masterclass where you get that same training, but you also get a whole bunch of other more stuff, man. Trade calculators, risk management tools, trade journals. You get the ebook series, you get the analysis, you get trade signals, you get all of it, man. It's too much to talk about right now, man. But y'all make sure, man, y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with somebody who you think might need to hear this, man, because prison don't change everybody, man. It might need a little bit more, and it might be us, right, that can step up and be the determining factor in whether somebody go back or go for their first time, or the ultimate, you put in that graveyard. I'm out, man. It's your boy DP, Kingpin Chronicles, man. Real talk.